An asset search is only the first step in recovering money from a judgment. First, you're going to search for an asset and find out the asset amount that might exist. Also, different asset classes. Are there things like intellectual property, vehicles, vessels, aircraft, different types of corporate accounts? Once you find those asset classes, you may also look for a flow of funds, because if money went into a certain asset class, maybe a business was purchased, if you find that business, that's great, but you're also going to want to find out where the money came from, because not all the money may have come from that source. If there was a bank account that had money in it that bought that business, you may find by back tracing the flow of funds, you can find other asset classes that exist. You may also discover that the debtor is trying to diminish value of assets by hiding assets, by shrinking the value of what they do have. And that's something that can demonstrate a bad faith concealment that can be used by your attorney in court. Matching the original discovery disclosure you have for that debtor with what they have now can show a difference, and you can force that debtor to reveal where that difference went. If they have more assets now, where did they come from? If they have less assets now, where did the money go that they had at the beginning of the case? That's an important thing to match up the current assets versus the original discovery disclosure. Then we're going to look for third parties. Are there third parties that are holding assets on behalf of that debtor in the form of a constructive trust? Like, there's no official trust set up, but if somebody's got money in their name, or a vehicle in their name, or real estate in their name that really belongs to your debtor, that's a constructive trust, and your attorney can try to collect those. Also, if there's a third party helping extend the fraud, helping extend that concealment, that third party can have liability that goes even beyond what they're trying to hide. They may have other liability that you can look to garner from that third party. If you have assets identified and you're done trying to find them, then your attorney will do a writ of garnishment that will make it okay for you to collect that asset by blessing of the court, to make sure you can grab those. Make sure you get good legal advice. Make sure you have an attorney that is familiar with recovering judgments, not just litigation and filing judgments, but also the mechanism to recover them. And you're working with an investigator that also specializes in asset recovery, specific to that area of business. Asset recovery and asset collection is beyond just LexisNexis database searching. You have to analyze the records that you get and look at other types of records, whether they're online, in person, prior history of documents. Putting all that together is what a professional investigator who is a specialist in asset recovery can do to maximize your judgment recovery.